Welcome back to the Bazaar, I'm Inko, and I hit a pretty disgusting one-weapon build for this run I'm about to show you. Usually when I go into Weapon Vanessa, I'm not looking to go true one weapon, right? If you're playing a one-weapon build with no other active items, it's a little bit sketchy because you need Radiant and then you're insane, or without Radiant you're super vulnerable to disruption. For me, the decision point is very often if I have the early economy to find a crow's nest and afford it, a good weapon with that crow's nest already, then I'll play it for a little while and I'll fully commit to it if I find something that drives me in that direction. And in this run, even though I didn't hit a Radiant weapon, I found every single thing I needed to encourage me to go one weapon. In particular, this run hits a very early crow's nest on a good win rate, so it's easy to justify doing it temporarily. And then we find like the earliest possible diamond flurry of blows. And at that point, you just have to roll the dice against disruption because you are so strong as a one weapon build that it's worth the risk. Anyways, here's the run. All right, back on the ladder, back on Vanessa, what's going on? Bronze tier items at medium or skills. Oh, one small gold tier item is the same amount technically, like these are the same value, but bronze tier items can be double barrel shotguns at medium. Or this. We seem to have a rather split focus in terms of what the skills and items want me to do. This will at least be helpful if I do end up going weapons because it'll give me an edge in the mirror. There's no shot first by Curios ever right here. I'm gonna take the economy. There was some argument to chocolate bars just because I have this extra life I can tank day one. Probably not a good argument though. The silver bayonet with no weapons probably isn't gonna be helping me with anything. I should beat Viper because I have this, meaning fatigue won't kill me. I have 200 extra health. I guess I'm gonna fight Viper here. I've never fought Viper with Life Preserver. I just have to believe that this works. I guess the bayonet did give me 20 more health though, so that's nice. If I can get Lash Out, Gland, or the Venom Fang, I'm feeling pretty good. If I hit the Extract, then it depends on what's in my shops. Because right now, if I can just find like a small weapon, even just Toxic Fang, I feel fine to win day one with right-handed and bayonet. I really don't feel great if I don't hit the poison, don't hit the regen, don't hit the damage weapons. Like this fishing rod needs to go yesterday. So this doesn't even really stop the damage from Fangs, but I have the extra life, we still win, it's fine. What I get from this fight really determines how strong I feel. Extract Gland makes me feel pretty weak. That's unfortunate. Abandoned Chest can give me an upgrade hammer to put on this for another 70 health. That can't be it. We go weapons, we find something, right? Yeah, I just take this off. I have right-handed for a katana. Is it incredible? No, but with 290 health, it's probably good enough. With starting arms dealer in such a slow opening, I think it's probably right to just buy the piranha and the revolver to fill a board down the line. It's 2 gold for 40 health. I can roll here looking for like specifically double barrel, but I'd have to sell everything for it, so it is not worth. I'm just going to leave. And we take 4 gold here because we can't afford anything at Colt, tragically. We have very good odds of winning day one. Against Dooley, like, is it Burn Core Dooley? Because if it's Burn Core Dooley, I get outscaled and die, just like 100%. That is Langjin Companion Core, Frontal Shielding. Yeah, we definitely beat that one. Wasn't expecting that collection of items and skills. Now, we can definitely transform this into something that wins for the first couple of days. Just Life Preserver plus Arms Dealer means there will be Weapon Vanessas that don't have a crow's nest, run out of ammo, and lose to us by default. But I don't know where I'm going currently. My income is not strong. I only have 5. The stuff in my stash I don't really want to liquidate before a B1, B2. I would take B1, B2 at pretty high priority right now because of how good Silver Life Preserver is in the early game. It's not great on day one, obviously, because you don't have 600 health to heal with it, but later. We definitely go Ailey here. Double barrel saves the run. I say saves the run like it's currently in danger. I won't take the Shark Claw, but these 2 bronze weapons would actually be the best thing I can put on board currently. Katana upgrade. Wow, 6 whole damage, you say. This isn't even B1, B2 greed, which I am particularly vulnerable to as a person. This is just a mistake. With no haste, the Cutlass is just better than the Katana, weirdly enough. So I do think I'm just gonna sell the Katana for a Cutlass. The Katana is never something I'll ever be building around. The Cutlass could be. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take this Cutlass, and we'll figure out the weirdness we're playing later. I might have to sell something for Pip here. Second right-handed. If that were left-handed, we might be cooking. Actually, if we were left-handed, it'd be kind of awkward, because like right now what we do is we just bayonet rock. Not having the 10% crit on the Cutlass does sort of suck a little. We could instead use Switchblade for scaling damage, and then the damage can actually crit off of that. It's not much scaling damage, like... I wouldn't call it good. I'm definitely taking right-handed here, right? 5% crit seems like the wrong call. It's unclear to me which is right. I think right-handed is more likely to be universally good. B1, B2. Can't possibly afford them right now. I could sell my whole stash to upgrade my whole board, and then I would be completely broke with no options for the future. I am just going to go B1, B2 here and upgrade the Life Preserver because that will win early fights. I think I'm basically guaranteed to beat any enemy on the early days now, and I'm happy to go Rogue Scrapper to try to get my level up. I still need to find Tiny Furry Monster for a bonus experience or a study event. Rust is great here, Junkyard Club is damage. Really, the only miss on this fight ever is Granola Bar. Everything else is at least 2 gold. Most of it's 4 gold except for Barbed Wire. Rust is an incredible skill. 2 notable misses here. Biggest hits are Junkyard Club and Rust for sure though. And yeah, we actually have good enough scaling damage that we're slowly killing a Rogue Scrapper before we mention our 500 health plus second life bar. So I'm feeling rock solid for my day 2 fight chances. Definitely not great in a scaling matchup, but this is one of the more burst heavy matchups, or metas rather, of all time. JJ can sell me a lot of things that I kind of care about. It's just I have such shit economy. Getting a random silver item is plus 2 gold. It could be something I care about. It's not. But there's so many things JJ can give me that I don't care about. We're going Kina, I suppose. I'm not looking for a silver cove, I'm afraid. See, that's the sort of shit I am interested in. All right, so we always sell the Junkyard Club. I don't think my board's currently made better by that crow's nest, but I am going to be buying it and the silencer. I need an empty space just to allow myself to fish something up tomorrow. With the crow's nest, bayonet's never hitting the board, and it's the one thing B1, B2 won't be upgrading, so I toss that. And as strong as day 2 crow's nest can be, like, I'd have to run specifically this. It's only 20% crit chance. I don't have the second life bar anymore in a burst matchup. I genuinely think that this is better than crow's nest right now. It's same-ish damage output. Is there a way to drop the rock, actually? Get 10 more damage, lower cooldown. After Due to Liberation, I think the Switchblade setup is my best board right now. Dropping a silver Life Preserver on day 2 is just not how you make a stronger board, so I'm going to be keeping that over using, what is it, the Crow's Nest today. Might be able to use both tomorrow, which would be pretty good. Got a Cove on board? Well, that's just guaranteed dead. He has no real damage to speak of, and that means he'll just die eventually. But it's gonna take us a while to kill him, so while we wait, I forgot to do it earlier, time for a call to action. If you can hit all the buttons to boost up the channel and the algorithm, I'd really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You all know the YouTube algorithm dance. I greatly appreciate it, and as a new channel, it really does help. Anyways, back to the current fight, unsurprisingly, for the man with 5 item slots dedicated to 36 shield and 8 burn every 6 seconds. It's not going great for him. In fact, we win without even getting it into fatigue and caring about the Life Preserver. I was kind of expecting the Seaweed to just outscale, but with no relevant skills, the lighter being unimpressive, not aquatic, this at bronze, doesn't even last long enough for Preserver to matter. Easy 2 wins, a great B1, B2 value coming up.
rest of the tyrants.
This is looking to be a pretty disgusting run. I guess I didn't need to make space. I could have realized I was leveling up and didn't need to sell it. Oh my god. With Eagle Talisman as my random loot, no less. Yeah, that's an automatic click. There's no decision making. That is so many upgrades. So first, put this on, bring this over. Surely you have day 3 Cutlass, you just fucking commit to it, right? Weapons have to go. And that sort of locks me into this for the day. I can run Life Preserver. I think it's better. This is a ton of gold. I think the only thing I want to hold on to is the fishing rod for Econ and the jellyfish to have a friend. Spare change, chocolate bars, JJ. I mean, it's pretty hard for JJ to be exceptional right now, but I'm still going JJ. None of that's useful to me, but I will happily roll here. I have a lot of income. It's worth considering taking the powdered flask. I'm gonna take the powder flask. It feels like it's right to hold that as an option, although my gut's telling me it's an entirely academic exercise that ultimately just costs me 1 gold for nothing. Anyway, Scout Trooper has never stood less of a chance. Unfortunately, because my Cutlass got upgraded off of bronze with B1, B2 like everything else, it means Flame Dancer can't drop their Enchanted Cutlass, which is the one downside of an otherwise absolutely incredible B1, B2. Easily worth it. Still happy to come here for the bonus XP. Best drop is Eagle Talisman for crit or Weak Point Detector for gold. I'll hold Gunpowder forever. I'd rather get Gunner though. Jesus Christ. Not only does it just instantly kill him, I'm not taking any damage. I have a second life bar. Oh man. We go Mountain Pass here every single time. Unfortunate. Upgraded bronze tier items, not very useful when I've gotten rid of all my bronze tier items already. 4% crits, kind of not it. Red envelope. Is there any skill I'm hitting that's worth 12 gold? Like specifically left-handed, strength is kind of all right. Generally speaking, it's probably going to be worse if I roll. I'm just taking the envelope. And that envelope gives me the money to go to Artisan Dunes and upgrade this Cutlass even further. And now with the extra inventory space, we need to figure out what goes on our board, and it's kind of just like locked into random coral jellyfish. There's not much I can really do there. Our board was fantastic even before this item, so not knowing what to do with our last 2 slots hardly matters. We're still incredible. He has Rigged, which is great for him, his Strength, which is generally good with wide boards. He's still doing like the weird thing where you sort of play both aquatic and weapons at the start if you don't hit everything you need. I guess I'm doing the same thing, but the part of my board that's good is just so much better. Also, 710 health, thanks Arms Dealer. How much health did my opponent have? Only 160 less than me. It felt like an insurmountable gap at the time. I'm feeling so strong. Kina, day 4. I wouldn't mind picking up a Star Chart, upgrading Silencer, upgrading Crow's Nest. I need another adjacency crit item just to put on the left side of the Cutlass. Dox is pretty bad without the Star Chart. Don't have any alternative. Yeah, we go Kina. Chum's not really relevant because this isn't aquatic. I could take the Disguise. It's only silver, so if I get unlucky, it only robs me 2 gold. Gonna toss these piranhas. I need to make 1 more item slot. I think it can actually give you large items. I'm just gonna full clear the inventory. It robbed me 2 gold. Thrusters, though. For now, I do think thrusters are my best item for another 9% CDR, even though they're not good. And there's no reason to not. Oh, I should have held the Disguise for the very rare chance that I buy a second Disguise. But yeah, there's no reason not to buy a Chum there. Cannonball is not doing anything. Clamor Up, probably better than Jellyfish. Is this the rare wanted poster on board? Yes, it is. Who loses with this board on day 4? I mean, for real. Bronze Clamor is really not it. Gonna pass on that. B1, B2. Nothing I want to upgrade from bronze that I picked up recently. That's an easy middle.
No sale. I want what's right for you.
I don't think we're going wide today. This is not a repeater looking board. Huh. Well, Toss this bronze piranha. Pick up the sextant. Oh, I can't afford it. I have to actually sell things. That's fine. Toss these thrusters. They're never happening now. Move this over. Get the crit chance. That puts us to 75 crit on 4 seconds. Self-hasting. No one's gonna lock me out on day 4. That's not a thing. Yeah, this is horrifying. That's so much damage. Blood Reef Raider. Let me check. Yeah, Blood Reef Raider does have a Silver Crow's Nest, and it's not the difference in leveling up today or not. I win both fights with relative ease. It's just a question of if I want to go for the tiny chance of upgrading this. I am just gonna go Flame Juggler here, try to make sure I'm like level 10 on day 8 at the absolute latest, but ideally, if I could hit level 10 on day 7, it would send me straight to the moon.
Fire is life.
And the odds of upgrading the Crow's Nest, like, yeah, it's nice. It's just not the biggest deal, though. So it should just barely be permanent self-hasting right now. No, because it's not full crit, so it misses sometimes. Still a massive damage increase. And I feel confident that we win today. Although maybe I shouldn't. And my board is probably better if I put on the Life Preserver. It's definitely better if I don't disconnect. I don't think I ever do that though. Like I lose so much crit and haste and damage from putting the Life Preserver on. Let's see what we get for our skill. It could impact my decision making. That's not gonna happen. I don't have vehicles. I don't think my enemy will have more health than me very frequently. I'm gonna roll that. Bloodhound is very good. When you crit, your weapons gain 5 damage though. So right now, if I double crit, I open up by dealing 86 times 6 damage, which is about 520 damage. Bloodhound is generally quite good, but improvised weaponry offers me scaling that I otherwise wouldn't have. I think this is a really important decision, and I don't know which one is right. If I get a Grandmaster, upgrading Bloodhound is kind of shit. Upgrading improvised weaponry is kind of insane, though. I am gonna go improvised weaponry. I don't know that it's clearly right, though.
But I'll keep you as long as I can.
And I think I want to juggle weapons for max health. I think if I can increase my max health over here at Ayla a little bit, I'll feel more comfortable.
But I can help you.
Nothing but large silver weapons does not help me do that. Still, I'm gonna keep this jellyfish. I'm gonna toss these aquatic items. I'm definitely stronger with this Life Preserver on board, but I feel so strong for day 4, especially with improvised weaponry, that taking it off feels insane. I'm gonna take this, I'm going to roll. I'm probably gonna sell the Life Preserver to juggle cheaper things. Man, you just don't want to sell me bronze weapons, do you? I'm still doing it.
Go make some more stories, then come back.
Don't need to sell it now. That's 950 health, scaling insane damage. It's gotta be right. I can toss these for 3 extra gold at Barcoon. Barcoon gives me a chance to upgrade some of my stuff. I can also just take 5 regen. I'm gonna go Barcoon. I'm gonna take the extra gold.
Master merchant, I can sell you things.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna toss this, toss that, pick up the cove. It'll pay for itself eventually. Toss these 2. And I'm not going to roll here. I don't have the gold to really do anything of note with the roll. It is a 2-win Vanessa who's played the game a lot more recently than I have, but I'm still considering myself a high legend player, even if my rank doesn't currently reflect it. Gotta get back on the horse, gotta play the game more. That is a wide board. This is the one thing that can punish no Life Preserver. He has 1250 health because of silver knee brace, but I have scaling crazy damage. He doesn't have much disruption. I missed a crit and I'm going to die. That's so Did I really just miss one of my crits and lose because of it? 75% crit chance, and I miss one of the crits and lose because of it. That fucking sucks. If I don't miss a crit, it full haste, it heals for another 200, it goes off a second earlier, it's an easy win. Oh, that sucks so much. Oh well, what can you do?
And sometimes I sell stuff.
I'll take this for 4, increase my max health, roll.
Oh, you're leaving.
Easy juggle there for health as well. I'm down in experience, a win, and 4 prestige off of, I guess it's like 2/3 chance to crit both of them and guarantee I win, because like at that point I'm just safe. I have a sextant so I can work as navigator. I'm gonna go docs then. What? Is it only Astrolabe and Star Chart? You can't work at docks with a sextant? I could have sworn that you were allowed to use this one too. I know you can use Astrolabe and Star Chart. I've just never had a sextant on a docks event before. It's literally for navigation. I'm reporting that as a bug. Anyway, I'll take the weapon for health scaling, I guess. Oh man, it's gonna hurt when I watch that video in editing and find out that I only lost to a random crit on top of everything else, huh? Yeah, as it turns out, I did get blown out by crit RNG. It was 50% critical hits with a 35% crit chance on his items, and that 50% critical hit chance is including bayonet hits, which cannot crit. I got high rolled into the ground. Great RNG for him, terrible RNG for me. Run still went incredibly, but man, if I had gone 9 wins, I'd be so salty. Training Duelist has some very good skills, but nothing else I care about, just the skill. I'm gonna go Mod Squad, keep pushing experience like I was saying. Gonna clear out some inventory space now before I fuck up, because I will inevitably. Or alternatively, I'm gonna not get 6 gold when I level up because I just sold all my weapons. Oh well. Sometimes the misplay is doubting yourself and playing in known suboptimal ways. Yeah, just like look how much damage it deals when I don't roll the 1 in 3 to miss a crit. It's so easy to win that fight. Crypto is insane. That's a massive amount of gold. Hey, there's the immediate punish. It's fine. We're gonna get a feather or a crit icon immediately rewarded. Yeah, honestly, sharpening stone's still fine. Yeah, we go small items here. It's not hard to find something better than Wanted Poster, but currently I don't have it. Also, that's 20 gold immediately. Good investment in the Bitcoin, I suppose. With this much gold, I'm going to juggle 4 cost weapons. Yeah.
You're a smart one for your size.
If it was right the first time, it's right all the other times. I came to Andy hoping for small items that I could put on my board, but I guess we're going Wanted Poster today too. We take the fight every time. Gorgon Noble on day 5, no problem. Actually, is day 5 the normal day for Gorgon Noble? I think she's day 6, but that might be Lich. I always forget which one's which. 1200 health, that feels right for day 5. Was that an instant freeze from half health? No, that was from paralytic poison. There's the freeze from half health. I do want to get rid of the Wanted Poster. I like having wider boards to be more resilient to disruption. It's just like, right now, 10% crit's the best thing I found, and it forces the haste from Sextant to target correctly. Toss these 2. Pick up the Toxic Blades. I should have tossed a weapon and a conch instead. I also should have removed that. I'm just still on tilt from the previous day's fight, man. Should have had slightly more cooldown reduction by removing the silencer, but it's fine. We're still massively favored in this fight too. Our health is also much higher, so the odds of the same thing happening are much, much lower. Flagship, star charts. Looks like it's gonna be pretty high multicast, but no lifesteal, so I should just win. Also, fairly low crit chance unless he has Flashy Pilot, which he does not. So this should just be a complete blowout in my favor then. The slow from Illusory makes it not as obviously one-sided.
Defeat does not defeat me.
I really need a Curio to boost up the Sextant, or just a second Sextant to get it to gold. Do appreciate the extra experience from that, though. Now, normally I would always upgrade Flagship over Sextant, but the additional haste is so valuable. It's 5% less crit, but 1 more second of haste duration, meaning missing isn't as big of a deal. On the flip side, I don't really want to keep this item in the first place. I'm going to upgrade the Crow's Nest, because I genuinely don't think I'm going to be keeping Sextant forever. And also, if I'm going to upgrade one of them at a store, the Crow's Nest is like the store I'm much less likely to go to. I don't want to go to Pole. I don't really want to go to Midsworth. Oh, I've got a lot of seashells, it seems. Don't want those. I will just keep flipping weapons. I have so much gold and a cove. Do I ever run lighter? There's a world where I use a lighter, where I just want more items to be more resilient to disruption. So I'll take that.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
It's not happening anytime soon, I think. Right, we can't work at the docks. That's a prank. Non-weapon items is silencer, sextant, swashbuckle. That's one of them.
I'm so glad we
I will buy the chum for my health scaling.
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad.
Not the rest of that trash, though. Easy Enclave Weeper. We beat Gorgon yesterday, and frankly, it's the harder fights. It's day 6. We're going to be day 8 at the end of it. Or sorry, level 8 at the end of it. I don't think we're going to be hitting 10 on 7, but we'll definitely be hitting 10 on 8, which is the threshold I aim for. The two big things to do are hit level 3 on day 2 and hit level 10 on day 8. We're doing both. Toss the chum, even though it's better economically, I want to hold the weapons for level up rewards. Trade health for power. They only enchant weapons with deadly. I can't enchant the crow's nest, and putting deadly on this is a waste. I thought they can enchant anything with deadly, and for a second I was hyped, but because they can't, that's going to be an
My battle
Ayla.
days are over, but my weapons crave more.
Toss that, pick up a grappling hook. Not interested in spending 8 gold for this minor amount of health. The minor amount of damage, on the other hand, sign me up.
I prefer action.
I suppose it's better to sell the silver ones, makes B1, B2 a less awful event, not that I'll be going there. Gold tier skills versus weapon skills, I think it's gotta be weapon skills, they're just too much value in flat damage.
I mean, good to meet you.
Oh, that's tough. Left-handed is flat 30 damage versus more crit scaling. I'm gonna take this because it guarantees that Grandmaster is insane, right? It's almost certainly gonna hit something relevant. Oh, I was just talking about you, B1, B2. I get 2 more gold when I cash this in, 3 gold from that. It's currently still a net loss, still wouldn't go there. But we would go to Barcoon and sell all these small weapons.
Small things.
As a matter of fact, Barcoon, I've been stockpiling them.
Wixel.
Captain's Wheel. With a little bit more crits, as in upgrading this. The Captain's Wheel gives me a second active item and full haste up time on the Cutlass, and faster startup time. I'll buy that and hold that. That is an improvement. Oh. Alright, the lighter can fuck off, because it's looking like that's progressively more and more not happening. But, sure, Diamond Cutlass. 150 flat, you say. And I would be worried about having spent, like 24 gold today on Cutlass upgrades for flat damage, but we have this cope, so we're fine. I don't think I lose no matter what I do here. This is so much damage and so much health. For day 6, this is absolutely wild. It's losable, but not too much. Especially with crit scaling. Fixer-upper? Yeah, that would have to have been the most insane fixer-upper of all time to stop this. That's dead. Like, not even close to surviving either. Dead in 6 seconds flat. Pretty alright. More experience out of the Wanted poster. I haven't had a Wanted poster run in quite some time. Might actually be on pace for a level 10 day 7. No, I have to hit like really specific events. I need a fight event and good high experience fights on both the event and the day. Middle, definitely.
I'm pretty laid back.
Can't be rolling the 8 gold stuff. Oh my. Look, this has been great and all, but 100% crit chance.
Borrow more gold from the tyrant.
This is at 70. This only gets it to 85 right now, but I think I'm just willing to bite that bullet to run the Captain's Wheel alongside it. So I don't have to sell the Cove if I'm selling the Sextant. Oh, but I lose the value from adjacency. Well, then I probably made a mistake. The Wanted poster can just go back on, it's fine. It accomplishes the same shit. Swashbuckle goes in. Oh, but then I'm not hasted. Well, I made a horrible mistake then, because I'm forced into running it now. It's still 216 damage. Like, yeah, losing 30 sucks. I think I'll be fine. The amount of damage is outrageous, and the second active item is genuinely good. Item, chocolate bars, non-weapons. Because I'm so broke, I think this is just a chocolate bars angle. I have to sell something to make room for them. Honestly, might be the fishing rod. Yeah, it's the fishing rod. The fishing rod allows me to get way more value when I sell the cove right now. And I think that's going to be worth having good shops today without selling the cove. It's going to be way better economically for like the next 4 days. It's got to be Cosmic Rock, right? Crit haste, go to the moon. Yeah, we want that skill so bad. If we can just pull Keen Eye for finishing off our crit chance and damage, Cosmic Wind for crit haste, or a Feather for just raw speed, all of them are nuts. I can't go Chili Charles for 1 XP, man. Especially having not gotten a mountain pass yet.
Not even a battle?
Still very good.
Maybe a skirmish.
Gunpowder is normally great, but not so much on this build, not at silver. What have we picked up? A med kit. Wow. Incredible. I can hold it for a little while, but it's not going to do anything. I think that's just Artisan Dunes. Ayla can only help me juggle for health scaling, and I think I have enough of that at this point. 226 Cutlass on day 7 is absolutely wild. I can't really work at the docks to any great effect. There's nothing aquatic I care about other than Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest is a lot of damage, and it finishes off my crit chance, but I don't think it matters. I will just go docks for the economy option. Huh. Wait. 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 It's 147 burn in 3.8 seconds. I mean, this does just kill them, though. 226 times 6. Scaling damage, by the way. They're both pretty good. With the diamond upgrade, flamethrower probably becomes better. I don't know, man. This flamethrower is very tempting. It's only 147 burn right now. In the near future, it could be 300 burn. I'm not selling that, but right now it's definitely, like, the sustain is so much worse. The Cutlass hits so much harder, there's so much more self-healing. But that flamethrower could be our late game option. It depends on what skills we hit, really. If we hit stuff like Alacrity, Flurry of Blows, then the Cutlass becomes self-charging, and that really, really matters. But yeah, we have second item now. We still have a lot of haste uptime, if not permanent. What's going on here? When you use a non-weapon item, poison 1, burn 1, and he's doing a Marbles multicast Matchbox build. So yeah, that's just going to make everything hideous in every fight. Oh man. Just non-stop poison burn Kamehameha going off for his entire run. So this needs 1 more haste. I forgot that it is base 1 haste. So right now we're massively worse off than a Sextet. Can I take chocolate bars again? Well, that's a problem, see? Because if I take chocolate bars again, I don't have room for them. Genuinely, I think I dropped the Wanted poster. It's only 3 more experience over the course of the run. It's making my economy a lot worse right now. It's causing me to lose the cove early. Maybe I should have spent money on premium chocolate. Skill upgrade, Grandmaster, sign me up. I was really hoping for improvised weaponry, but flat 10 is still very good. Dragon, huh? Well, that could get very, very weird, couldn't it? Surely we kill Dragon, right? Like, how could we possibly not? He's got 3,600 health, which is a lot. He has very rapidly scaling bird thanks to Draconic Rage, very quick wings, the Dragon Heart, Fire Claws. Like, it's a very cool build, but he does seem to have used his items once. This could get super weird very quickly. You can put Fire Claw on the same board as a flamethrower, actually. Dragon Wing is like the only thing he drops that's not interesting. Crit effects, you say? So I just put that on the Crow's Nest, and we're no longer... Wait, no, if I put that on the Crow's Nest, and the flamethrower... Oh, it's not actually as high crit chance, is it? It's only 85. But still, I think you just deadly the Crow's Nest here. It's not particularly complicated. This builds into Flamethrower better as well, which I would like to use ideally. Because this gives you the double crit damage, although I would actually appreciate a little bit more crit chance right now, which is surprising me. Medium items can upgrade the swashbuckle and the silencer and the captain's wheel. I think that's good enough. Yeah, we're gonna take that.
Send me your huge items. Price?
Would I take this? It's only a 1 gold flip, basically, because of the cove getting liquidated soon.
Tell me something. Something huge. I'll take it, I guess.
Chum is free, and it's a little bit of health from Arms Dealer.
And then there's boring size.
Oh, it's also just plus 2 gold, right? Yeah, that's how the game works. Because I have the Cove. I really should be better about Cove and Chum, but I'm not as good at the game as I would like to be. I think it's middle. There are 2 massive hits. I don't think you roll Aerodrome here.
No sale. I want what's right.
Unfortunate. Doubly so. Oh, nothing to look at there. Just sad that I didn't hit what I wanted. But I'm still stupid strong for day 8. 236, 4 times crit damage on the Cutlass. Going off in 3.5 seconds. Haste at half the time. I don't think a 0 win Vanessa is stopping this.
Not to squabble with nobodies. You should know, I'm a bit of
They have 2,000 health. I think that means they die instantly. That's a little bit gross. Oh, it doesn't do anything. It freezes all small enemy items. They don't quite die instantly. However, despite the fact that I am permanently slow, they are still just dead.
You should put it toward
Yeah, the captain's wheel is no sexton. It's been decidedly worse so far. Less damage, less crit chance, less haste. Nope, nope. It's gotta be Zane, right? Flurry of Blows is on Zane. It's the best build, or best skill rather, by a mile. Rolling off of crit freeze hurts a lot, but Flurry of Blows makes the build. And it's at diamonds. Well, yeah, I think I'll take that. I'm looking for that sextant very suddenly. Star chart 2, anything. We don't want an active item. Because now when this goes off, it just charges itself 2 seconds. The star chart is a tool. I'm actually going here, so is this. It's very likely that I find a way to either get permanent haste. I guess I'm going Spyglass. Flurry of Blows does sort of mean I'm not going Flamethrower ever, doesn't it? Okay. Toss those, keep the Cove going, pick up the Spyglass. This helps me in the Vanessa mirror a little bit. Actually, a lot. But, the fact I'm a 1-weapon build without Radiant is horribly sketchy. It's because I'm confident I can win by day 11 that I'm willing to do it.
Make deals, not war.
No thanks to all that noise. There's a world where Clamra hits the board. We're not that far off of it either. I have to liquidate the Cove to buy the camera, so no.
You're listening to your needs.
It's essentially a much more expensive Clamra than it looks like. We should kill Death Knight Reaper no problem, and getting, what's it called? Hypnotic Drain's kind of wild here. 20 crit is just 40 damage. Desperate Cleanse is insane in a 1-weapon build that's terrified of these sort of crowd control effects. There's nothing here I don't want, because all of this, like, Sapphire is the only thing that's not big money or a crazy skill. All that said, Shadowed Cloak is one of the worst possible hits. I say that, I'm wrong though. I just drop my full crit chance, and I get permanent haste and damage scaling, don't I? If I take a loot item, if I can get cooldown reduction, that's fairly massive. Gland is fairly minor. 1 of 3 hero merchants. What would I be looking for? Nothing. B1, B2 is back, huh? I'm gonna roll off of that for sure. Yeah, we'll take 2 experience. That's insane. I will gamble for more experience. I could level up off this if I max roll. Or I could min roll and not even be close. Against specifically a Vanessa, I think I might run the Spyglass. This is more scaling damage and haste, but I've got the Flurry of Blows. The initial output is so much higher. I'm gonna take Shadowed Cloak. I'm not quite sure. It's just that because of Flurry of Blows, it's essentially a 1.5 second cooldown without haste and an 0.75 second cooldown with haste. Creeping Chill, I imagine he has a slow somewhere. He does. We're gonna be frozen for a very long time, but we do have Desperate Freeze, so we should be fine. Oh, we don't have it. I just hoped we did. We were just frozen until we died. No, I'm remembering a skill that we didn't get. Unfortunate that he had... Why was I instantly frozen? Oh. He has Creeping Chill and... Wait, what? What was the start of combat slow? And Rust. I think that without crazy monster skills, I win that. That's just unfortunate. This is the risk you take, but like, I cannot play around pure unadulterated terror that my opponent might specifically have start of combat freeze when I have this much burst. Can I enchant a Spyglass with haste? What does that do? Yes, I can. It makes it into exactly what I would want it to be. There is no longer a reason to use Shrouded Cloak. I can take the flat damage, guaranteed crit chance, Vanessa counterattack that might have saved my life just now, and this will just keep me hasted. Upgrade an item. I can upgrade Swashbuckle for another 25 flat damage. If I do that, I just don't need to go to another medium store ever again. It's a great enchant target if I don't get specifically Radiant. I would probably random if I don't get Radiant though, and try to get Radiant on the Cutlass. But theoretically down the line, I might put another enchant on this. It's just very, very good. Now you might be asking yourself, why enchant the Swashbuckle for 25 crit chance when I could enchant the Spyglass for 25 crit chance and doubling the cooldown increase at start of combat? The answer to that question is that I'm bad at the game. So far, we've gotten blown out by two rather crazy Vanessa builds, and everyone else has died to my own rather crazy Vanessa build. I still have that cove, right? Yeah. So I will take chocolate bars here. I will actually take the good shit. Because we're getting to the late game where surviving things that could otherwise one-shot you is a fairly important part of the game. I'm not going to give up 3 experience for a chance at slow non-weapons off of Bazaar. 3 experience just so much. Nothing here is really important to me. Octopus is the only good hit. Otherwise, I'm expecting to get 8 gold out of this. Or sorry, 4 gold. Yeah, the opening damage is pretty gross. That's pretty instantaneous 8,000 damage on day 10. We need to scale up a bit more than that down the line, but right now it's very good. Going to go to Fins, I guess. Hina's not going to do much for me.
Literally.
No, that's not true. I've got side pieces. This is still crit scaling.
I've been watching your
Should I have gone Haste Charge?
Here you are.
When you crit with an item, it gains 10 crit chance, which it then gains as damage. I think I just take that. I'm just going to take Hone Strike.
Power is wisdom.
I'll go Curio. There's a lot of things I can hit here. The Cove makes it much cheaper than it otherwise would be. Damage, regen, cheap weapon for arms dealer, roll. This doesn't seem like super high roll, but it's good enough. Is there a reason to care about the haste duration? Probably not. I'm gonna take it. I have so much money once I crack the Cove that it just doesn't seem important. Is it worth buying the table leg?
Trash is tragic.
Like, barely?
Reuse everything.
It's 1 gold for 20 health, which is super minor, but probably worth. There's no world where I cut that silencer for an icicle. Definitely not a bronze one. Alright, again, like, I just feel completely fine. I have 6,000 health. I instantly kill my opponents. I just need to not get hit by specifically start of combat fuck me. There's no rust this time. I'm not seeing a Clamra. So this looks like a completely reasonable, fucked up, powerful build for my opponent, right? And that's not nearly enough. Just like Captain's Wheel and Obsidian Submarine, not even close to good enough. Instantly dead. He had 1,300 additional health, so I dealt 6,000 damage, the same amount of health I have, instantly. Also, did I ruin his submarine there? No, I hit... What did I hit? At the start of each fight, an enemy item has its cooldown increased by 3 seconds, and both of these have cooldowns of less than 4 seconds. Does it not display in the replay? I'm gonna report a bug here. I think... think there's a bug. I think it's not displaying in replay. No, they're just... Oh! It doesn't affect the first use of an item. It only affects the subsequent uses, and then it's not displaying in the replay, I think. I think I hit the sub, and that's why it only went off once. But either way, it definitely doesn't show the cooldown in replay, so I'll report that bug and move on. $280 health versus a chance at specifically silencer. I think I just take the health there. Haste, slow, and cooldown items. That does target silencer pretty effectively. I'll take it. Diamond Clamora. I just don't want active items. Like, that's the thing. I mean, that's damage. It requires me to crack the cove. But that is another 25 flat damage from my swashbuckle, so I cannot say no. And we take Lure of the Waste. We just care about the bonus experience. The other ones don't have anything particularly crazy for us. Foreboding Winds is interesting. There are so many weapon Vanessas that I generally want this. I think my opponent activates more items than I do. I think if my opponent lives long enough to benefit from this, I was going to lose anyway. I think I would have taken Foreboding Winds there had I been offered it. Guess that's another Curio. Drop this. Nothing else should be affecting cooldown, right? 4.6. Still 4.6. Which brings us down to 3.3. Not even that blisteringly fast, but solid enough. Curio for cooldown reduction should be better than Gumballs, I think. It also gives me minor amounts of health, and I do really mean minor, but it does give me some amount of health.
Sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Crits damage.
Now that's a bargain.
I did not mean to click on that one. This should all be smart targeting to my knowledge. We pick up a few weapons because, like, we just can. There's no downside. I'll even take Citrus for one regen, despite how incredibly minor that is. Just turn that cove into as much value as I possibly can, because there's no way I spend all the gold short of killing myself at Pearl. If you could just give me a diamond skill and give me Alacrity, that would be pretty sick. Alright, if you're gonna give me loot items, can we at least go for wings? Man, he's really being uncooperative. Too useless, and then just, you know, I guess I'll take the diamond silencer. It seems more important to upgrade the silencer to me than to get 20 flat crit. I don't think my damage output's the problem here. 3-second cooldown flat. I may as well hold this. Alright, I feel still very, very strong, but Vanessas are the class that can have start of combat freeze and just kill me.
We're out to dethrone a king.
I'm not seeing very many freeze skills. Alright, it depends on how fast that... Crit freeze? I didn't see that. It looks like I should still be fine. Oh, he ran out of ammo. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So his shotgun's down to 2 speed, but his ramrod got fucking destroyed by the spyglass. Yeah, it's good against Vanessa, man. It's just generally a good item that seems kind of criminally underplayed, especially in the current meta, where everyone's playing crit builds and everyone's playing against them and no one's running spyglass. That's gotta be gumballs, right? 2 gumballs give flat damage, 1 gumball gives health. Only shield gumballs are bad. I'm going here just for a chance to spend 24 gold on 20 damage. That's gotta be gumballs. 2 useless gumballs. And the rest were good. I'm happy with that. Really shouldn't have sold them yet, but whatever. Do I just push XP here? There's no medium item I need, so yeah, that sort of narrows it down. I will very happily take a blizzard. So I should get frozen for 2 seconds and then kill him when I unfreeze. Yep, that looks like exactly what happened. Oh, I'm getting frozen for way longer than 2 seconds, actually. We'll be fine.
Good fighter. Impressed.
1,460 per hit after the first volley is pretty nice. Well, if I random into a freeze enchant soon, I'll be happy about that. There gotta be better gold skills than 20 damage.
discover for yourself.
First 5 times you poison, charge or burn will never happen. I don't freeze. Arbitrage is awful. Don't use large items. Don't have poison items. The first time 4 times you use a weapon each fight, charge 1 poison item 1 second. This seems completely useless, but it actually makes poison go from literally a garbage enchant, one of the worst ones, to absolutely fucking insane. So yeah, we take Venomous Blade, and now poison's a massive hit on our next enchant, which we will hit eventually, whether it's by leveling up or dying. Yeah, we take loot items, we take feathers, we're happy about it. 6% all, or 9% one. Well, there's only one item I care about. Move this up. Make sure that this doesn't somehow target something else. Gets our speed down to 2.7, which is pretty damn good. For upgrades, we have damage scaling, flat damage, 10 gold. And some midsworth, seems hard to argue. Oh, we also have second level of Venomous Blade too. I'm gonna take the flat damage. We're not really in the business of buying weapons anymore. And this could very well be the end. This is just monstrously powerful. But Vanessa is the class that can disrupt this to a comical degree. I just don't have Radiant, so I'm kind of living on a prayer here. He has Alacrity, but literally no disruption. Heavy flagship just like evens us out, and it got hit by the slow, so he's just... Well, like, if the game had went on, right, this was never going to go off again. But also, I killed him before it went off. Yeah, that's Weapon Vanessa for you. It turns out that, like, we never got into a fight where my massive damage scaling matters. Every time the Cutlass goes off, it gains 10 damage from the crit chance on the Swashbuckle, 5 damage flat, and then because it's critting for double damage with its inherent double damage already, it's actually not gaining 15, it's getting 4 times that. It's getting 60 damage every time it goes off. It's at a 1.35 second speed because it's permanently hasted with all this cooldown reduction, and the first several times it hits, it is using Flurry of Blows to charge itself tremendously faster than that. Like, theoretically, if someone lived the first couple somehow, the scaling would matter, but we've never been close to that situation. Turbo Spyglass bricked a couple of Vanessa's pretty hard. This last one was pretty funny. You can see it starts halfway through because it doesn't affect their first usage, but we still just kill them before it goes off on the normal cooldown speed. All of his slows don't really matter, right? Like, the turbo's not going to be a big deal because his ship's going to be an 8-second cooldown. The heavy here doesn't matter. I'm permanently hasted from Spyglass. He has no freeze, no chance. This is the reason that I went all in despite not having a Radiant enchant. It's just once you have this much damage on a Cutlass that quickly, it kind of is unlikely, especially this early in the game, right? Like going into day 14 matches, if I had already had like 3-4 losses, I might not have been willing to go pure one weapon Cutlass when I saw the Alacrity. But with a chance to go out on day, I think it was 11 at the time. I think I had another loss after I picked this. But like early in the run, when you see you have a chance to go into one weapon, you just make the bet you're not going to die. Especially with as much max health as I have. Like this guy has 1 5-second freeze. He probably wouldn't have killed me anyway, right?
Hello, the eastern skies.
Just really disgustingly powerful. If I had found poison, it gets faster. If I had found Radiant, it becomes unstoppable. Just incredibly, incredibly strong build.
Daughter of House Corzina. My father lives through me.
It's been a while since I had a crow's nest high roll where I just, oh, the poor end screen. It's so fucked up. I mean, all the items do the same thing, so it's nice of them to like show solidarity, I suppose, but that's hideous. I'm looking forward to this bug getting fixed because it's gonna make making thumbnails easier. But yeah, Deadly Crow's Nest is crazy damage. Turbo Spyglass is wonderful for one weapon builds in a one weapon build meta. I can't really hover the rest of it beyond this Swashbuckle, but Swashbuckle's a ton of flat damage. We have great base damage. We have great scaling with Hone Strike and improvised weaponry. Crazy action compression with Flurry of Blows, and potentially good enchants down the line if he ever died. But the game just ended too quickly for our second enchant or for a death enchant to see if Venomous Blade was relevant. Just non-stop power high roll. I think the first 2 days were kind of sketchy, but we had a life preserver, so we were still strong. And then after that, we were immediately into Crow's Nest and just never, ever weak again. We went 10 wins on 12 days, but frankly, it's unlucky it wasn't a Diamond victory. Really, really strong build. Really happy with it. Been a while since I was just Crow's Nest beginning to end. Feels good. Anyways, that'll be all for now. I've been Inko. Thank you for your time. If you could hit all the buttons for the algorithm on your way out, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.